Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called You Are in Love by Taylor Swift. And we end up cabling this, well, if you want to, randomly. We're going to walk through a couple things in root position if you don't have a capo, and then randomly we'll talk about another option actually where you capo on 2nd fret. If you're just starting out, actually the 2nd fret option actually is a very good one. But these other chords are kind of cool to know too. So we're going to start off with kind of this intro lick that you'll kind of hear through the tune, where you play 2nd fret on the G and then open B. And we kind of do that twice. And I'm using my fingers for that. You could use a pick for that too. And actually this whole lick you could do hybrid picking if you wanted to switch between them, using a pick for your basses and kind of your fingers for the lick. But you may want to start out with the open A, and then 2nd on the G, open B, 2nd on the G, open B, and then kind of make it 2nd on the G to 2nd on the B, and we do that 2nd to 2nd 3 times. So it's kind of A, B, A, B, A, C sharp, A, C sharp, A, C sharp. And kind of do that twice. And then you may want to change your bass note to the D string and kind of follow that same lick. D, A, B, A, B, A, C sharp, A, C sharp, A, C sharp. And then we could add in a lowy 2nd fret bass note, kind of an F sharp note, to back up that same lick. We do that twice, and then we go back to our D idea with the open D string. So that might be a really cool way to kind of work that through the intro part, or just to try some fingerstyle for yourself. Or you could just strum through it. We start on an A major chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, and 3rd finger on the B 2nd. Big party on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an A major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 3rd finger, and then an A sus2, or adding in the pinky on the B 3rd for an A suspended, and kind of working that around the A, kind of saying some stuff. Or you may dig on an A7 sus, doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. It sounds more unresolved, not kind of playing against the tune for that. You could make the D change a little bit easier for you. Or you could just make this a power chord idea by playing just the A and the D strings of that, kind of A5 idea. Or you could do a low E string on the 5th fret, 3rd finger on the A7 for an A5. That might be kind of a cool thing if you're just backing up somebody working the lick too. And then from the A, we'd be going to a D major. Normally do this 1st finger on the G 2nd, 2nd finger on the high E 2nd, and 3rd finger on the B 3rd. And if you strum the D string or the high E string, the beautiful sound of the D major. Now, you may also dig on lifting off the 2nd finger. Always a fun finger to lift. It makes a D sus2. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of make that a D suspended, and that way you could kind of say some stuff around the D chord. Or if you're digging on the power chord idea, you could do the D string and the G string together for a D5 power chord. Or you could do 1st finger on the A 5th, 3rd finger on the D7 for a D5. And then for that F sharp in the bass, you may want to use an F sharp minor chord. I normally do this as a 2nd fret bar, 3rd finger on the A 4th fret, pinky on the D 4th fret, makes an F sharp minor. Or you could lift off the pinky and make that an F sharp minor 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the B 5th for an F sharp minor 7. Or if you're just starting out and bars are like, oh, I hate bars, you could use an F sharp 5 power chord, just doing low E on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A 4th fret, for an F sharp 5. Or randomly, you could even take the D major chord and then take your thumb and kind of just cover that low E string F sharp note. Makes a D slash F sharp, or a D with an F sharp in the bass, and that could be a cool substitute for that, since you're already on the D chord, add in the F sharp bass. Or you may dig on a D sus slash F sharp, doing 1st finger on the low E 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. Sounds more unresolved, but if you're kind of digging on the A7 sus idea to the D sus, to the D sus slash F sharp for the F sharp, it might be kind of a cool option because playing against the tune. And through that part, so there's a couple different strumming options. You could work kind of an 8 down count on all those chords. A, D, D, and I'm adding a little bit of right hand beat to that, but F sharp minor, kind of making that a little sneaky. Kind of dig on that. D, D. Or you could work a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the A and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, which would be kind of a slow pace for the tune. So we tried it that way. You'd have the A, add to a song like this too is bass notes. And a lot of times the bass can do a lot for you. So on the A, you have the A string for your bass. And you want to work as a bass, down, up, down. On the D, you have the D string for the bass. Ding. If you're kind of using that D/F sharp, you'd have low E for the bass. Or if you're doing the F sharp minor, you'd have the low E bass. And then we'd be back to our D with the D bass. So we kind of dig on adding in basses to that. What was feeling really good is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot at the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the A and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. And then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down. To that pattern, and you could work off a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. So try it that way. Another way to play these same 3 chords would be to use a capo and use some different shapes and use some different chord shapes. So for instance, instead of playing an A major as an A major, kind of that 2nd fret bar, another way to play A is to grab a capo. And if you take the capo and you put it on 2nd fret, then now your A can be played using a G major shape. And normally you do that first finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the low E 3rd, 3rd finger on the high E 3rd. If you strum all those together, it makes a G major shape, but it's really an A major chord. And you could put 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of work that for your G. And then for the D, we could work that as a C shape. And normally you do that 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the A 3rd, makes a C major chord. You could also kind of lift off the 1st finger for a C major 7. Or you might dig on adding in the pinky on the B 3rd for a C major 9, kind of say some stuff. Or another way to play C major 9, we'll be doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. Now randomly, I'm referencing everything to the capo, so I'm saying 3rd fret, but I've got my capo on 2nd, so it's really 5th fret, but anyway. And then from the C, we'll be going to an E minor chord instead of an F sharp minor. And this is where it's like, oh man, I don't have to do a bar anymore. So you can do 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, or an E minor chord. Or you may dig on adding in 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, and working as the E minor 7. That might mean that change from the G to the C major 9 to the E minor 7, back to the C, really, really easy. And you can work that any of those ways we were talking about. If you're digging on the bass notes, you'd have the low E string for your bass on your G chord. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. And on the E minor, you'd have the low E for the bass. So you may kind of dig on working it that way instead. You're actually playing the same chords, you're just using different shapes, which is why it's always weird. It's also one of the reasons why I think a lot of times I like teaching my lessons that use capos without capos first, because it's always awkward for me to like look at a G shape but it'd be really an A chord and tell you it's an A when it's really not. So it's just a random thing for me. It's like, oh, well, that's a C chord, but it's not. It's really a D. So it's really weird to me. So that's one of the reasons why I like doing things without the capo first, actually. Or if you're digging on the 16ths, you could kind of work it that way too. That might be a really, really cool way to work it, especially if you know other tunes with G's and C's and the E minor chords. You might already have some licks around those chords. Working hammer-ons and pull-offs that come out a little bit easier than in the key of A. So definitely another option to work the tune that way. And randomly, we keep that chord progression the same all the way through the whole song, except right after the first chorus you'll hear this stop on the A chord where you may just want to play two A's. It's kind of like a little first chorus tag. Everything else is just kind of working that one chord progression. So that's the basics of how you could strum through, kind of finger style through You Are in Love in two different keys. So best of luck! Hi, wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you liked this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there are probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook. You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.